Well, hello guys. Welcome to the Growing Tree Podcast. You might be asking yourself, why is Boun talking like this today? Well. We are talking about fashion. We're talking about culture and history. And so I have my shades on. So there's Kenneth.
Yeah.
And because the light is so bright, we can barely see.
Oh, no.
And actually, we can actually barely see.
We can.
Because we're shooting indoors.
Yeah.
And we can't see at all. But it's the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Fashion has to give.
Yeah, it must give. It must speak. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, welcome back to the channel. I think we can take this off, Kenneth. Yeah? So we can actually see. With me, I have today is my friend Kenneth. Kenneth is an image consultant, a stylist. She's worked with different brands in the past. If you're to be bride, you can hope you can get Kenneth's contact, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what are the brands what are some of the brands you worked with?
Okay. So what I do is I work with a lot of brides, like you said, and I also educate people on what it means to be stylish and what kind of fashion they can invest in. So basically ways you can save time and save money.
Yeah. So looking good on a budget, good under, can we look good under like 10k, 5k?
Yes, you can, sure.
Can we look good under 5k?
Yes.
Really?
Sure. Of course. You just have to invest in the right things. And build a sustainable wardrobe. It doesn't mean that you have to buy all your outfits for 5k. That's not possible. But what you can do is build a sustainable wardrobe from time to time. Yeah.
Okay, so when you mean sustainable wardrobe, do you mean like something that is old and then changing it and turning it into something else? Is that what you mean?
Well, that could work, but also investing in things that are quality. It goes a long way.
Okay, over time.
Yeah.
Okay, so quality over quantity.
Yeah.
That's kind of for you in a nutshell. Okay, so today we're talking about fashion. We're talking about fashion, and not just fashion. Fashion that has a play in culture and tradition, right? And Kenneth, you have a book to that. We were talking about it before we came on air.
Yeah, so there's something I believe about, fashion, style. A lot of people actually say that style is more vanity, but to me, it's more of a strategy to where you're going, to what you want to become. So see style as a strategy more than vanity. For me, I say style is more of a strategy thing than vanity. So think about it like
that's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah,
because like sometimes when you wear or put on different outfits, for me, anyway, this is very subjective. I kind of not take on a character, but I kind of take on maybe a time.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe there's a time.
Yeah,
or maybe there is a culture that was appropriated. So before we came on air, I was wearing track bottoms. And I was saying that, I feel like I'm in the estate somewhere in Brixton. And I should be saying, in it, bro.
True.
Yeah, fam. What's up, fam? I should be saying something like it kind of depicts to me a certain time, a certain space, a certain era. Yeah, that. So it, for me, I never, it's interesting to see, you have to position how you dress.
Yeah.
Is where you want to
how you dress is how you'll be addressed. It's a real thing. It's not just a look. Like a lot of people say, how you dress is how you are being addressed. It's a real thing that happens to the best of us. So you see someone walking down the road and is well dressed in a 3-piece suit, bathed up, looking good and looking sharp, and you see some random guy wearing shorts and maybe a t-shirt. And depending on where you are and the kind of business you want to consult, the kind of person you want to interact with first, because of the certain amount of maybe the kind of business you want to do at the time. But trust me, you're first of all drawn to the person who is well dressed.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let me play the other part, because there's just you saying, giving examples. There was a time I was out with a couple of friends, and this was even recent.
No.
Yeah, and we were at a lounge, right? I don't know if I should say the lounge, but I think it's fine. We were at RSVP, and obviously, RSVP is a restaurant at night, by the poolside, it turns into like a lounge or bar and stuff like that. So we're at a lounge and everybody is dressed. It's Friday, right? Everybody's kind of dressed, not casually, but everybody dressed in the middle. Yeah, semi-casual, we're not doing too much, right? And there was a guy that walked past, and he was like a sore thumb. He was so glaring. He had a 3-piece suit.
Come on now.
Like in his inner vest.
Yeah.
Like he was decked from H to T. But we were thinking, how unnecessary. Are you in a boardroom meeting? Who are you coming to address? I mean, you could have very well, it would have, in that setting, you could have very well lost the blazer. You could have lost even the inner vest, and maybe unbuttoned
A little.
because of the kind of environment. It's by the poolside, by the way.
Oh wow.
By the poolside. And we see someone that just came crisp. Just came like he landed in his private jet. Do you understand? That's the look he's giving us. He landed in his private jet. He just finished discussing a multi-billion-dollar contract. And then he's coming to me like, didn't you have time to change?
Well. There's something a lot of people do now. It's called a personal uniform. A lot of celebrities do that. Some of them, like, okay, let's say the president of America, they have personal uniforms. Adebola Williams here in Lagos, he has a personal uniform. So some people, Mark Zuckerberg, he has built a personal uniform over time. So that could be his own personal uniform. I'm not trying to defend, but he could actually have lost the jacket and say, you know what, this is a more relaxed environment. But you don't know where he was coming from. Yeah, you don't know what he's trying to do, or he's trying to meet at the poolside. You get.
Yeah.
So yeah, in my defense, it could be his personal.
In his defense.
Yeah, in his defense rather.
It could be his
personal uniform, but also you need to learn how to, dress appropriately for different spaces.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with that. Because if I think most people know that, okay, first impressions, like it counts, right?
It does.
It counts. How you dress, how you carry yourself, how you speak, how your aura, your attitude. That's how people are going to adjust you. If you're approachable, if you're not, they will surmise that in the first few seconds that they meet you. If this is something, and then sometimes people don't have the opportunity to change their narrative.
Very true.
So, yeah. Okay. So now I've been doing a lot of research, but it's not a recent thing, right? Culture has evolved over time, and so has fashion. For fashion also, it has evolved, but it's also recycled.
I would say that fashion is a revolving door. Over the years, we can see that come to play with the things that come as trends and go, and a few years later, you see them that they're back. Let's talk about corsets, for instance. Corsets have been around since the 60s, actually, 60s, 80s. When we talk about the English people,
60s is just yesterday.
Yeah,
the 12th century.
Yeah, so as far back as that. So, but they are back. They are famously back, and a lot of Nigerians are doing the most with it. So, fashion style is a revolving door, and fashion and style too is an act.
What do you mean Nigerians doing this? What do you mean? Is it like our
Yes, like everywhere you turn, you are just seeing someone wearing a corset, and even at that, it doesn't look good on everyone. I think you have to find what looks good on you. And just because it's a trend doesn't mean you have to jump on it. So when you say a lot of companies are trying to, deliberate on what should be a trend and what should not, I think what needs to come to play, even as regards style, culture, you need to know that what is okay for my body type. We're two different people. We don't have the same body type. And you can't just jump on any trend you see because everybody's wearing it. Everybody's wearing crop top. You have a big stomach. Why do you want to wear a crop top? It's not for people like you. I'm not trying to body shame anybody here, but you have to know what works for you. What works for your body type. No, you can't. That's just you being imaginative. Your imaginations are running wild. And you need to, look at yourself. Get your body checked out. Analyze your tests you can take online that can help you, analyze your body, tell you what your body is like and what kind of outfit will work for you as a person. And a lot of people don't want to do that because they imagine that they look like a mannequin. You are not a mannequin. Some of us, you're a size 12, but you're looking at an outfit that would look good on a size 6. So you need to know and understand your body type. I think that's one of the reasons why people have what I ordered versus what I got. So that's one of the major reasons, because you keep picking things that don't even know, they don't work for your body type.
How would you know until you try them?
Well, you never know until but that doesn't mean that you can use them as trials at home. There are things that you can use to, try them, try to see if it works for you. You don't have to get it in a main dress. You can get it in a maybe thrifted outfit, or try something that someone has that you think would look good on you, and then get a second opinion. Because your opinion might not just be the final opinion, and it might be the final opinion because it's you, your body, and what you want. But then again, you need to be sure that this looks good on me and it's good to go.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. It's purely based, like, subjective, this stuff. It's purely subjective. And because it's subjective, it's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
That's the slippings of it.
My body, my choice, what I like.
My body, my choice, what I like.
What I feel comfortable in.
I don't care if it makes other people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If I want to wear this, this is it makes me feel good. It might be vanity.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel.
Oh, you're trying to get everybody's attention. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, anybody can kind of determine what they want to wear at any given time based on how they feel and how they want to be received by people and the attention they want to get. People have different reasons for putting things on the way they or whatever they want to put
the
on.
way they feel comfortable in.
Yeah, and sometimes growth doesn't come from there. Do you understand?
I wanted to share something with you. So when it comes to fashion is like art. It doesn't have any rules, or rather they say fashion doesn't have rules. There's no rule to this thing. You can wear it how you want. But that's not true. There are basic rules. There are basic rules as, okay, you have to wear, why don't you wear nylon if fashion doesn't have rules? Do you get? But you have to still wear clothes. And there are ways that you have known this outfit to be styled over the years. So why can't you just follow the basic rules? Alter it here and there, but everything has rules, whether you like it or not. In as much as we say, oh, I'm an alternative dresser, there's no rule to this thing I wear, but there are still patterns and colors that you can match that will come out great. That's something that you need to put into consideration. You can't just come out looking like a crazy person and just assume that fashion is fashion. Fashion is what it is, and I'm just going to do what I want.
Okay, so you're even talking about patterns and colors and mixing that.
Yeah.
Okay, not looking like a wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing. Okay.
Looking like a scarecrow. You just want to.
Okay, I hear that. All right, if we let me divert the conversation to another angle, because we're now in this. We do a lot of made in Nigeria things, right? And I'm of the which is great.
Super proud.
Awesome. I mean, thank God, because I think most of our culture in Nigeria, when you're raised, you're watching TV and your mind is being formed in a certain way, and the people that you see and who you look at are not exactly looking like you, or if they look like you, they look much older than you, so they're still not looking like you,
Sure.
So there's no representation. So the representation that you get is from
Online space.
Yeah, I mean, before online, it's from Hollywood movies. When we used to watch DSTV all those time, or maybe local televisions, you used to find all the American, all the English, everything portrayed on there. People that speak, that's why people speak a certain way. They've never traveled, but they have an accent because of what they have watched that has been inculcated in their system, in their, do you understand? So fashion is like that as well. You find that people in New York, they dress a certain type of way. But when you come to Nigeria, you find people in Lagos Island dressing exactly the same type of way, but where did the culture? What's your culture? What do you understand? Why you? I can understand someone when you snap back with NY and the do rag and that is the Bronx, right? That's the fashion with the art sneakers. I get it. She gets that's the vibe.
Yeah.
But in Lagos, it's like cool somewhere. Someone is also doing the same thing, and I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, because I feel like, in my opinion, it's cultural. I don't know if I can say cultural appropriation, but I think that because we've been fed mainstream media,
Yeah.
purely Yankee, United Kingdom, and we weren't doing a lot of like how we're doing now, a lot of Niger, Nollywood, owning your own African identity, owning your tribe. So we used to inculcate other people's stuff.
Culture.
Yeah, culture to us. Now, before I even digress to maybe how we model after people we adore, because that's a big thing. In fact, let's even talk about it now, because that's huge. Because you see your celebrities, you like them, you idolize them.
Very true.
Then you now start making
Decisions, fashion decisions based on what you see them wear instead of, cultivating something for your own self, or rather building something around your body type or building something around your culture. Like, a lot of people do not now look at Africa as the next big thing. You're thinking your favorite Europe celebrity is like a big deal, and they are looking up to you or looking up to Africa for the next big thing in terms of design.
I was going to say
in terms of design, because most of these people want to wear African designs. They look forward to it, and they feel the richness and the richness in our tradition, our culture, even in terms of style as well.
Yeah. So for me, I think my journey has been, I'm not super conservative. I'm not a super conservative fashion stylist. Like, is that what is that? Fashionist. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm not super conservative. I'm a bit risky. When I was younger, my cousin, shout out to Patience, used to say that I was goth. I wasn't with me. I just had a little black and I was heavy on the eyeliner.
That's very gothic.
It was quite gothic, and I think I grew up with that even to my adult years. To be fair, you see some pictures. Black is still my favorite color, to be honest. But I was really heavy on the black, and I was really heavy on the boots. Yeah,
that's gothic now.
No, I didn't know this. You have to believe me.
Oh,
I did not know that I was channeling Avril Lavigne because I loved her.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing.
So
you become what you look at.
So I think over time, and it's going back to individualism in fashion. So yes, there's a rule in my opinion. I'm no stylist. I'm not. But in my own opinion, it has evolved over time where the individualism of me, and also when I've learned things, as you grow up, you learn things. You learn, how to relate to people. You learn how to, you learn a lot of things about you, like involving yourself or self-involvement in terms of growing up, right? And you kind of inculcate that. Sometimes I can dress in shorts and crop top. Sometimes you can see me. I mean, it used to be I really did not care, to be honest. Sometimes this see-through stuff, I will wear this see-through stuff, and you see my bra. I mean, my best friend, two of my best friends, will be like, "But what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. This is me." Do you understand? So there was a self-involvement in that, and I was like, okay, yeah. If someone if people relate to me in a certain way, when I dress that way, no, they didn't. In that place, let's say I went to Elegance, and that's how I dressed. And some of the people don't know me. Maybe most of the people do know me, or some people don't know me. Was I dressed in a certain manner, like when they looked or maybe because I was already taking off the market as well.
Right.
Maybe that's why. Sure. Do you understand? Maybe that's why, because my ring was there, to the know that I'm not looking for your attention in that manner.
I'm not trying to seek
Yeah, and if you came at me like that, I'll shut you down. Because I'm quite.
You're married.
I'm quite spoken. So so for me, it was a different experience. Now, if when I was single and that happened, to be fair, now that I'm talking and that happened, there were people were calling, like,
I don't understand why people even do that.
sis.
Well,
And then,
it's not a dog.
and then you be walking and you feel a certain type of way. Maybe you'll be pulling your skirt down a little bit, like just and you be feeling like you feel a certain type of way. And I feel like now that I'm saying that, I feel like sometimes when you dress in that way to seek attention or for whatever reason, even like as you're coming out like that, like with half of it showing and all your bits and bobs, right? There's a part of you when you start getting those attention that it feels like
you have to keep adjusting.
Yeah, like it feels
and
like
that's
seen through you, like you're
but that that the same people come and say that's what I'm comfortable in, and all of a sudden you're no longer comfortable. Why? Like, it's very controversial. Like, if you say I'm wearing this shorts because I'm comfortable in it, or I'm wearing this short dress because I'm comfortable in it, it makes me look good, and then you get to a place where you're sitting down and you are pulling and tugging. Why are you pulling and tugging? I thought you were comfortable with it. So a lot of this, we need to still attach a lot of culture appropriation. Yes, to it, because in as much as you want to be stylish, you also want to be comfortable, because for me, comfort and style, they go together. If I'm not comfortable, then it's not that stylish after all.
I used to have a friend. She was a best friend. I don't know if you listen to this. She's actually quite interesting. And when we were back in school in England, we were kind of, like those gossipers. No. Those gossipers when we were like, at the train station, if we're going for Nigerian Independence Day, or if I'm going to class, we're decked up. If I'm going to class in the morning, my law class is 7 a.m. in the morning. My darling, from the H to T, nothing is missing. No. Nothing is missing, it's out of order. So she used to say, she didn't go to the same uni as we did. We were running to each other. Maybe we were in London, right? Going somewhere. So I remember like running into her at the train station with a couple of my friends, and all of us, I think we were going for Nigerian Independence Day party. So we were, glam look. Them ones that like maybe, and I mean glam, Kenneth. I don't even like maybe all out. Maybe like the undergarments is like they put something in there, so it's like it's very like avant-garde. The skirt is very avant-garde. I'm walking at the train station, and then she was like
doing the extra
one now. And then she'll see us, she'll be like, and then there's one time she saw us, and then I telling you, if I didn't go, I'm like, hey, she would just the beeline ignored us. And it was after many years after she was like, listen, you guys used to intimidate me with how you guys used to dress. I used to be like, with me and my hoodie, I would feel like I want to go under the ground, let the ground just swallow me, until I grew up and I owned that. Listen, I like hoodies, I like sweatshirts.
What you like is what you like.
This is what I like, and I owned it. And that's the development in that, when she was not telling me like it's not like this is now, she was like, when I saw you guys, sometimes like I have to change my outfit, like I'm not really dressed. At that time, it affected her in a certain type of way where the individual side of her was doused down because she was seeing something else. I think many people are like that as well.
True.
Like people will tell you that they don't go to church because of dressing.
They don't want to be intimidated by how people
wear.
And so they don't want to be. It's because of the intimidation now, because if they feel like they wear their basic clothes and people always do extra. Can we even talk about how Africans are so extra? It's something to be proud of. I mean, everywhere we go, we represent our culture so well. It is so flawless. We go all out. Nigerians are loud with their outfits. They do the extra. It is something to really, really, give Nigerians a round of applause. Abroad, them do what they call those things, Independent Day, or Nigerian independence. They just know that
Igbo tribes are meeting you.
We're all going all out. So I feel like other people are looking up to us and say, how come these people are so proud? These people are so, regardless of everything that we're going through as a nation, our fashion will always stand out. It's loud. We go all out.
Loud go.
Yeah.
Oh no, God, me. I used to even wear my to weddings. Like, I mean, maybe I'll tone down. I don't know how I feel about it.
Please don't tone it down. Live your best life in the most
My
glamorous
train.
Okay, I don't know about trains.
My train.
When it's not my wedding.
My train is long. There was one time I went to a wedding.
How would you wear a train to someone's wedding, girl?
My train. The way my dress was made. My train is long. And then they were like, "Oh, I should come and dance with the bride." By the time I saw the bride's train, I didn't know as extra. I was like, "No, I can't do that. This is on video. I'll stay and sip my malt where I am by the side." But when I come into people's weddings, I make an entrance.
Yeah.
When I was getting married, when people were like, "I want to do extra," I was like, "Extra? Come with the extraness. Like, come with, if you want to wear white, wear white."
I don't agree with that. Please don't wear white to my wedding. I repeat on video, I don't want to see you in white at my wedding. I mean, give the bride that respect and that honor. You mean, play with other colors from the color wheel, but please do not dare. I think it's disrespectful though.
Really?
Yes, it is. I mean, why would you share white with the bride on a big day? What are you trying?
Color.
And okay, it's just a color until you see someone wearing almost the same dress with the bride.
How can she wear the same dress with the bride? Come on.
How do you even know what the bride is wearing?
I show you the wedding dress. That's
Okay,
the wedding
what
dress.
what if the bride is wearing something similar?
I don't
never think about that.
No, I don't think about that because I feel like
I went for a wedding.
Extra.
I went for a wedding. It wasn't a black dress. It wasn't a white dress though. It was a black dress that I wanted to wear. And it was really good. I liked it. I liked the concept. I got to the wedding and I found out that that's what she was wearing as a reception dress. So imagine like having to, drag that spotlight with the bride. It is very intimidating.
Dress though. That's a second change.
No, it's still not fair.
And
I'm happy I didn't wear it. Thank you, Jesus. I didn't wear it. Because some people already have low self-esteem. And dealing with that again can, traumatize them and say, how can you wear that on my wedding? Blah, blah, blah. Why do you want to do more than the bride? Yeah, it's not intentional, but allow people to have their moments on their big day. Okay, so I was saying that not everybody have a healthy self-esteem. But when you're prideful. Let me put it
that.
See, when it comes to fashion, so people are like,
Rudy Canis?
Guys, it's
Rudy Patootie?
I'm actually saying this as a fact. I am proudful with my outfits. I like to look good. I like to be extra. But when it comes to people's wedding, give them.
And if you don't like to be extra, I've seen your style. As a style is not extra.
Okay, you're simple.
Yeah, quite simple, my darling.
I keep it simple.
Yeah, she does. Simple and classy. That's why just your style.
And then again, why would you want to be so extra on somebody's big day?
Because that's my personality. But that's not. Listen, if Jesus has not intervened in my heart, if Jesus has not intervened in my soul, I am coming as I am. And I am coming with extraness. And I feel, to be quite honest with you, I do feel that if there's a form of intimidation, and I know the bride personally, and I know that this is something she struggles with, I will play it tame.
Safe.
Yes, I'll be tame about it. But instead of having a train, I might just have it draping.
Oh, God. Well, you can have drapes. That's okay. But don't have drapes that look like a train.
I'll have a drape instead of a train. But usually, when I walk as a wedding guest, my outfit walks with me.
And the thing is that she was making sure that everybody sees the extra.
No, one of my best friends actually sometimes helps me carry my train.
Oh my God!
When I'm walking, and as I get to my seat, I'm just like, let me make an adjustment. But then if I come simple. There's a time I come simple. I designed an outfit. I came simple. But my simple was not draping. But my goodness, did I look stellar and still get extra attention for that outfit? It's just my carriage bow. It's my carriage bow.
Have your carriage and forget.
It's my carriage bow. And then it comes with extraness, extra sauce. That little cherry on top. That's me.
Do you know that Boun just said she was going to wear a little white dress for somebody's wedding?
And you know what? I didn't even think about it. When she said it, I didn't even think about white. I said white.
Wear any other color, please. Just leave white.
Cream,
right?
Cream dress.
Bride is insisting that she wants everybody to wear white. I think it's safe to say, I'm going to wear another color.
I mean, to be honest, I've never worn white in someone's wedding. I've worn make a creamish white, and it was on the beach.
Off white.
It was on. It was off white.
Wearing white.
It was off white, and I had a little fascinator with it. Red lipstick. It was a little 60s. It was a throwback to an era. It was giving vintage vibes. I almost wore gloves. I almost wore gloves.
Oh God, so be
Yes. Amazing.
well,
Debutantes.
please. Don't be like Boun, Shark.
Well, I don't know.
The hair strap, look good, look
If
fabulous.
the Lord
but
made you this
please,
way, own it, Boun. Own it.
just ensure that you're doing the right thing at the right time. Okay, your moments will come and everyone will let you shine. That's just how I feel about it.
I shine everywhere I go. That's how I feel about it.
No, I'm not saying don't shine. Just don't outshine the bride. Different, guys. You shining is one thing, but you outshining the bride is another thing entirely. Why would you want to outshine?
Candice, my aim is not to outshine the bride. That's the problem.
That's not your aim, but that's what you are doing. Like,
don't go with the intention I must look better.
That, okay, you know what if the bride is, a little intimidated, like we said.
That's extra. No, that's extra.
You know what? Generally, let's make it a general rule. Don't wear white. Just plain safe, and don't, like, when we start doing a little bit of here and there, you can wear this. Don't wear white.
Okay, do you know what?
Don't wear a massive train to somebody's wedding.
Do you know what? Don't wear white and a massive train to Kenneth's wedding, okay?
And any other bride.
Okay, to Kenneth's wedding.
And any other bride.
All the other
out of respect for the bride.
I don't know. It's a bit come for me, It's like that. Wow, there.
Please, guys, really would want to know. Tell us.
Actually, it's a good conversation. Tell us what you guys think. Are you extra? Should we consider the bride so she's not intimidated? How far of consideration do you have to take to your tailor when you get the ashrabi? I just want to know.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, okay, so let's land the plane, Kenneth. Let's land the plane, right? Now, we are Africans and we are Nigerians. Africans. Oh,
yeah, that's fine.
So as Africans, there has been a lot of mismanagement in the fashion industry. What do I mean by this? People will take the Maasai, which is the Kenyan tribe in Kenya. They are known to be quite traditional, right? And they're known to live off of nature, right?
Okay.
And you see someone come from, I don't know, Napoli, right? And the Napoleons, they come from Nepal.
Okay.
And they have a fashion industry in Nepal. And they come and they seek out the Maasai. And they find that the Maasai are living off trees and they're not making, money. And then they give them training on how to design or craft bags, and they see that the Maasai have some cows and some goats and some sheep that they can leverage on, and maybe they use those animals for things, but they discard it. So they leverage on that, right? They leverage on that and they say, okay, we're going to use this, and then we're going to empower the Maasai tribe and get them to craft and create bags. And it would be like a sort of initiative, a global initiative that they're doing. They will give a TED talk, and that this is what they're doing, and this is how they're empowering the Kenyan people, the Ethiopian people. I, for one, I'm not for it. Now, I understand the benefits, but I wanted to know what you think. But I'll go into my opinion later.
Well, it's a give and take as well.
Okay.
Because in as much as you're trying to help them become better people, you're also taking from them. But you need to find a balance. I feel like these people need to find a balance to these things. As much as, are you taking more than you are giving? Is this an open book? I think one thing that I would really appreciate for things like this is transparency.
100.
Like, you need to be transparent and show all your cards and let people know what you're really about, or
100%.
what you really want to do, or what this initiative is about. Not because you're trying to get leathers from them and you feel like, oh, these people, they have a lot of cow, they rear a lot of animals, and these things can be beneficial to us, producing this kind of materials, bags and all. And another thing is, whose name is this product in? Are we talking about the people that came to teach them, or are we talking about the people,
the organization,
the owners of the material? So it's a 50-50 thing. In as much as you're learning, you can learn for a while, but over time you should be able to break out and do your own thing. But when they don't want you to break out, and they want you to be still be under their influence and under their control, and that becomes a problem.
Yeah, because that's not true empowerment.
Yeah,
you're just giving money to some people, and then you're taking what they've done, and you're getting cheap labor. And where do you equate that with which region? Where do you equate that with? Like, I can't go to Italy and look for someone that crafts shoes and find a cobbler or a shoemaker there, and then pay them minimum wage or pay them less than they deserve, or take advantage, right, of their style or their tradition, because that's what it is their tradition, right? So they will label it Africa, inspired by Africa, something like that, right?
Just to get people off their back.
Yeah. And so there's this, especially in the fashion industry, there's not a lot of transparency.
Of course.
Things are not
fast fashion.
Yeah. It's even sustainable fashion, and we spoke about it earlier in terms, I don't know if we were on air. Even like what I'm trying to do with my wedding dress, trying to make it into another dress, is not exactly sustainable, to be honest, because what it would take to make another dress and to turn that dress to another dress is the same, is equated the same. What does it do to the society, to the ecosystem? What's about 3% or so is like, the sort of sustainability is not a lot, to be honest.
It's something to start with, it's something to begin with. In as much as you're not making it from the scratch, you are saving the planet from another process of making an entirely new dress. Do you get
it? No, it's the same. It equates the same. If you do some research, it equates the same as you making entirely
another fabric. No, not exactly. So you're saving that. Yes, because if you want to get another fabric, that means you have to do away with this one and put it somewhere, and that's maybe get thrown in the trash, or you put it out for put it out to be taken away, maybe trash or something like that. Then the next thing is, it gets in the hands of somebody, the person tears it into 5, takes one part, and then it goes to the ocean, gets somehow, and then it becomes polluted. But if you're going to refurbish or redesign that outfit, it is going to it's still coming to your wardrobe, it's still staying in your wardrobe. So you're saving the planet in one way or another. It might not look like a lot, it might not look like the superhero style, but you're saving the planet.
Okay, let me,
you're saving the ocean.
Let me play devil's advocate. The process in which you use the material, right, that you've already bought. If it was polyester, the damage is already done, right? If you get rid of that, so they're sewing another material, they're making another design, from that same material. Pieces of that material is still going to go to the trash. It's going to fall off and it's never going to be used. In their making it, they're going to source for other materials that will make that dress, because they're not just using the material, you're sourcing for other things to jazz it up. It's still the so the time spent even on that dress, only God knows if it's going to take an additional fabric, right? So it's a give or take. It's very the impact is very low, right? I think if we wanted to look for sustainable fashion, we should be like going to government. In a developed country, you could go to the government and lobby. A company can lobby for these things. Let them increase tax on certain materials like polyester, so people can buy alternative materials like that are eco-friendly, right? Which it costs more, but it will be better in the long run if you're really into sustainable fashion.
Well, but I don't think Nigerians are really for sustainable. That's like a different topic.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
definitely.
But everyone doing their bits, I think we're going to get somewhere eventually.
I do believe that. Okay, awesome blossom. I think we're going to land the plane here. We're going to settle here. because there's so much to talk about even surrounding fashion. It's a never-ending conversation, and people have opposing views on what it should be, what should not be, how the development is. So and so.
Fashion has no rules.
Yeah, fashion has no rules, but then fashion has rules.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a merger, fusion of ideas and opinions and stuff. So we might do another episode another time, but till then, Kenneth, thank you so much for coming to Growing Tree Podcast.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell us where we can find you?
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Kenneth_Kenena. Yeah.
Awesome. As usual, you guys should already know where we are, where we're located. If you don't know by now, Kilo Day, what's the problem? You can find us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And of course, we're on YouTube at Boun Olufe. And my Instagram is Boun_Olufe. You can find that anywhere. Till we meet again, me Annas. Love you guys. Love, peace, and